Hey, what's up? Hey, what is up, y'all? The Knowledge is Free podcast is back, motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm back, and I'm black, because we black. Man, what is going on today, peoples? Yeah, I had to work today, clown-ass job, feeling like a fucking clown. Yeah, I got a damn job, goddamn. And if you had to go to work today, salute and must props to you. To all the people that's been listening and subscribing, I got much love for you and respect. I appreciate it. I just need you to do one thing. Send this page to any coon or sambo that you know. In the future, we will be having topics on sambos and coons in the workplace again. How many times I got to tell you that? Tonight, we going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it, but before we do, I just want to let it be known again, you are listening to the Knowledge is Free podcast. Yeah, I changed, goddamn. The knowledge is free, motherfuckers. I'm not asking you to donate to nothing. This is not offering time at church on Sunday. Goddamn. This is free. Now, if y'all can't watch this shit for free, now, something is wrong. Something is motherfucking wrong. Goddamn. Yeah, the weather's changing and shit like that. I'll give you a little synopsis on my day. They had to take my clown ass to work today. Like I just said, yeah, I've said it again. You know how it is. Slavery at its finest. Motherfuckers being fake and phony as a motherfucker, pretending like they like to be there. For all y'all that's listening, all my melanated people, don't y'all, I know y'all can't stand that shit where motherfuckers just be happy to come to work. Who the fuck is happy to be at work when you can be at home chilling, watching Game of Thrones or Insecure or some other shit, sipping on you some Hennessy and Coke, or as my family do it, Hennessy and Red Bull, and shoot the shit. You ain't got time to be going to work. Who the fuck want to do that? But anyway, yeah, I was at work dealing with the fake fuckery. But anyway, man, I want to jump right into it, y'all. Let's get into the topic tonight. The topic tonight, today, tomorrow, in the morning is what y'all should be focused on is Bill Cosby. Let me say something about Bill Cosby. Hold on, because I got to sip my tea, y'all. Man, isn't that sad? Our brother, Bill Cosby. They got his ass, y'all. Now, if this is not a wake-up call to all you entrepot niggas and niggettes who think that they better than the next nigga, look at what just happened to Bill Cosby. He was fucking bitches in the 60s and the 70s, and now, guilty, nigga. That's sad, y'all. When are we going to learn that Caucasians stereotypically are not your friend? As many books as a lot of people read in college, you know, when you have to study and do all this, these are things that they're telling you to study for. But I want y'all to step outside of that college mind frame or that institution of fuckery and fakery that I like to call it, that they got y'all thinking that is the correct way. Now look, Bill Cosby was damn near a billionaire. Bill Cosby got his degree or whatever the fuck, or honorary degree, I don't know. But I can tell you this, Bill Cosby tried to make money moves and buy NBC. And I don't know how many times they had to warn this nigga. Now, you can say it's a conspiracy theory, or you can say whatever you want. No matter what it is, when Bill Cosby was talking shit about black people and pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and it this and this and that, and you know, don't use profanity and all this other shit. Oh, the white people love them. When you are white, you are the white savior, and you speak up and do the bidding for them, they love you. Remember that, y'all. And when Bill Cosby was chastising us black folk about what white folks didn't like, what we were doing and what we were saying, oh, they loved him. Let's just think about that. They loved him. They praised him. Oh, everyone should strive to be like him. They had him on TV. They loved everything he did. The Huxtables, the Cosby Show. Oh, just beautiful. You know, wasn't it great? But here's the thing where I disagree. And if y'all agree with what Bill Cosby was saying, that's fine. And if you disagree, you can leave your comment at the bottom of the motherfucking page, and we can talk about it. But I'm going to get right into it. This is where I disagree, and I'm going to translate it and liken it to today and what's going on. It is very easy for melanated people, black people, Negroes, African Americans, whatever the fuck y'all calling us these days, to talk shit and shit on black people in front of white people because you are beholden to them and they are paying you your salary. So it is quite easy for you to shit on other black people. But once you start to come together and shit on white people, that's where the problem is. Or when you think you are equal to them, that's where the problem lies. How the fuck is it this man is on trial for some shit that happened 30 years ago and half those bitches was lying? I don't condone rape or rap hay at any instance from any man or woman. But what I'm saying is credibility. Now, the women and the sisters that really meant it, you know what? That was fucked up. But the sisters that was lying on the stand, they should be going to prison too with they motherfucking punk asses. And Bill Cosby, let this be a lesson to all you Bill Cosby fans. Don't be shitting on your fellow black man and black sister. Because in the end, they ain't gonna give a fuck about you. And I'm talking about Caucasians. And they will lock your black ass up with not even blinking a motherfucking eye. This man is 80 damn years old. And they talking about, oh, well, you know, since this is what these women said, you know, you're guilty. And this is what happens. That's why it's not good to go against your own people. Everybody was a Cosby fan. Wasn't that so believable? Believable for you to think that, wow, my dad's a doctor and my mom's a lawyer. Man, get the fuck out of here. That is a made-for-TV movie, ladies and gentlemen, or sitcom. But it was great because it gave us a sense of empowerment. So I big up Bill Cosby for that. But what I don't big up him is for shitting on us in front of those white folk. Now, for all you people that work in corporate America, and I'm pretty sure the majority of y'all niggas who's listening to this damn podcast work for corporate America. Remember, watch how you interact with your fellow brothers and sisters. And don't be dry snitching with them. Even if that Caucasian pat you on the head and give you nigga trinkets and promise you this and that and this, watch how they act. Because I'm telling you right now, when you don't smile with them and you will not bend the knee and coon for them, they're going to treat you how they always wanted to treat you. See, the treatment that Bill Cosby is getting right now is the treatment that most typical niggas get all the goddamn time. It's just he had a little bit of money and white people liked him because he was non-threatening. And that's why nobody will come to his aid. But everybody will sit up there and say, oh, he raped those women. Ain't nobody condoning that shit because I don't condone no motherfucking rape. If you got to be taking some pussy, you got a problem. But I also don't condone him talking down to our melanated brothers and sisters. Isn't that the same thing Obama said? You single black men that are single, we need to step up and be better fathers. As Barack Obama grew up with Caucasian family as well that had generational wealth, who left him, I think, about $500 and some $1,000. See, Obama didn't tell y'all niggas that. That was that white privilege that he got. He was just in nigga skin. And he used that nigga skin to get your nigga vote. Remember that. I know he got us all with that shit. Just like Bill Cosby got us with the Heathcliff Huxtable and Claire Huxtable and all these other motherfuckers as he's sending them all to these $100,000 a year schools. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's made for TV. Let me tell you what's real life. Bill Cosby going to prison. That's real life. I know y'all can't believe it. Most people gonna glance over it like it didn't even happen. But the reason why I'm talking about this subject tonight, because I'm bringing it full circle with the Cat Williams and the Tiffany Haddish and Red Grant and Kevin Hart. Now I agree with a lot of what my brother Cat Williams was saying, and I give him props. And he was breaking down his little economic shit. I felt like he was frustrated about comedians that he wanted to be put on. that he felt like needed to be put on. But we have to learn how to stand up for each other in public and disagree in private. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of this. No one is right really in this situation. I understand what he was saying, and I got love for Cat Williams. Cat Williams is one of my favorite comedians. But, you know, sometimes it's taken out of context. And that structural criticism that he gave, or constructural criticism, or however the fuck y'all want to say it, that could be taken as hating. And now everybody thinks he's a hater and all this other stuff. But let me tell you this. The response that Kevin Hart had with Tiffany Haddish on The Breakfast Club was a typical response from a nigga that's being paid from the system. And all you people that work at corporate America, y'all need to understand something. Everybody that works at corporate America, when you go to work, take a look around and see who the fuck is running those jobs. And that will be your answer of why that melanated brother or sister is soft shoeing, or kind of not cooning, but lightweight cooning, and not really going all the way in on the racist shit that they see. And the reason why I bring up Kevin Hart is because it is. I got love for Kevin Hart too. But in his response, you're putting out this man's personal business. As men, if you take away Cat Williams' money and you take away Kevin Hart's money, they would be fighting. Because you're not going to bring up nobody's drug addiction or alleged drug addiction. You're wrong for that. I'm in total disagreement with that. That shit becomes very volatile really quickly on the street. And we as melanated men need to stop conducting ourselves like that. We got to stop that and stick to fucking together and disagree in private, and in public stand with each other. Because let me tell you something. Here's the thing that I agree with Kevin Hart. Hey, I got this platform and I'm using my money to employ black people, and I give Kevin Hart props for that. But here's where the issue lies with me listening to him. He was so quick to throw Mike Epps and Cat Williams under the bus about their drug problem and how they fucked up. But when it came to white supremacy, go listen to it again. Oh yeah, those claims of racism and all that. Yeah, I seen those claims. Well, why don't you just call it out? And here's another thing. If one more nigga tell me stop blaming it on the white man. It's easy to say when you're on top. And let me break this down to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody that's listening to me right now, it's called You Better Get the Racist Compensatory Code of Ethics by Neely Fuller Jr. Go get that fucking book. Because in that book, he's got a section where it says racial showcasing confusion. And I'm not reading no book. This is off my dome. Off the brain right now. In racial showcasing confusion, that basically means this in a nutshell. They will find one or two niggas that they have taken a liking to, and I'm calling the system of white supremacy out. And then that one or two niggas that they like that are non-threatening, those are the niggas that they give all the nigga trinkets to and the money and the raises. So let's translate it to corporate America. If you're a yes sir, Dean Cain, sir, that type of nigga at the job, you're probably gonna get the accoutrements that come along with it, which means you're gonna get the raises and the bonuses, and you're gonna get all the great reviews, and they're gonna hold you up high and make you the employee of the month, and they're gonna do that on purpose so all the other black people that work there will model their behavior after that coon kiss ass motherfucker. That's called racial showcasing confusion. And within those confines, it's so easy to do. All you got to do is take a nigga that's working his ass off and need that money and give him $1 or $2, and he will flip it and coon all day for you, Caucasians. And I hope y'all listening too. Share it with every Caucasian y'all know as well too. Because I will dare them to try to lie with me. I don't give a fuck. Most corporate America jobs are all structured the same. It doesn't matter where you work at. They can lie and say, oh, well, we only made $8 billion this quarter, so there's no money left. Bullshit. Y'all think about that. Because y'all know I ain't lying. This is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I got love for Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart sits at the top of the seat right now, so he's the king of the throne, or king of the court. And as king of the court, you have to see who's funding these people. He can say, oh, well, Netflix gave me X amount of dollars, just like Cat Williams gave. But at the end of the day, who owns Netflix, y'all? Who owns Netflix? Exactly. Who owns Showtime? Who owns NBC? Who owns ABC? Y'all need to remember who the fuck is funding these people. And remember why they funding them. It's always been cool to be black. Y'all just didn't know it was cool to be black. Now everybody don't think the same. But when my brother Kevin Hart started spouting all this shit about Mike Epps and Cat Williams and how they fucked up and all that, I think what Kevin Hart should have said was, hey man, much respect and much love to them. We haven't really seen eye to eye, but you know, everybody has their own opinion. I'm here to promote my movie with Tiffany Haddish. And he could have kept it moving. And that would have been way more classier. And then behind closed doors, he could have picked up the phone and said, hey man, y'all wrong for that. But these niggas need to stop running to these platforms and telling on black people. But y'all won't dare speak on no white people. Why is it Dame Dash was the only person to talk about Harvey Weinstein publicly? Think about that. Yeah, didn't know that, huh? Ah, that tea is good. Yeah, didn't think about that. But let me tell you something. That is the problem. One of my major issues is with people that don't know how to get along. And when I mean people, I mean my fucking people. I've worked in situations where melanated people were the predominant force in that department. And with ego and mistranslation and misinformation, niggas is getting into it and now everybody's gone. So I know how it is. And this shit is not fun. And let me tell you something. All motherfuckers do is talk shit about you when you're not around. And us melanated people, we gotta stop that shit. That's why I get on Bill Cosby's ass. You was so quick to talk shit about what niggas ain't doing and how we need to capitulate and bend the knee for Caucasians. Now, how much bending of the knee are you gonna do? See, the Caucasians are very, very intelligent. That's why in slave days, they knew mentally all they had to do was beat the shit out of one melanated brother who was an alpha. And if you could break the alpha, everybody else will fall in line. And that's what they do with these jobs. So remember, when you moving up this corporate ladder at these jobs, don't be looking at the niggas behind you like they ain't shit. And stop and focus. That's one of the things that I've learned in the last, I would say, 7 to 8 years. When you moving up this corporate ladder and not even moving, you just, you know, they want to pat you on the head and treat you like a dog. You know, they act like they don't, but they do. And when you feel like you're on the inside of the in crowd, remember, you're really not. Because you will always be a nigga. Look at Bill Cosby. Look at Kevin Hart. Oh, Kevin Hart's on top right now. And he'll probably do. Look, Kevin Hart will stay on top as long as he does not come out and say anything about white supremacy. Y'all remember that. Remember that. Cat Williams been talking shit about Hollywood. And I don't agree with everything Cat Williams said, because I don't think he should have said that publicly. I think he should have kept that to himself and discussed that with Tiffany Haddish behind closed doors. Because as we mature, we have to understand that people are watching us, and we have to be the example that these younger kids are looking up. And when I mean younger melanated kids. That's why our younger generation is getting on social media and airing out each other's dirty laundry, because you got niggas in their 40s and women in their 40s that's on social media airing out each other's dirty laundry and fuck you nigga, you ain't shit and all this. That shit has got to stop, man. Because these Caucasians you know what they do? They get their popcorn, they sit down and they enjoy the show. That's exactly what they do. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes you gotta just, even if you want to give constructive criticism or constructual criticism or however the fuck you want to put it, sometimes just don't even say shit, man. Keep it to yourself. And if you're gonna talk about it amongst people that may disagree with you, but it'll be in private. It'll never hit the public, eye, and y'all could just go on up, do your thing. Because what happens is we become entertainment. That's why I don't argue with melanated brothers and sisters at work. Even if I don't like them. Even if I do feel like they ain't shit. I've learned that over the years. Don't argue with them at work, because Caucasians, they get a kick out of that shit, and they love the fuck out of that shit. And then they want to pick and choose what nigga that they gonna go with. It's all entertainment for them. That's why when I go to my corporation job, my slavery, I call it involuntary servitude, or another name for slavery by another name. That's all it is. I don't say shit to nobody. Remember what I said, ladies and gentlemen. You have to maximize your time and maximize the money that they paying you to be at that job. Stop tricking off your goddamn money and shit on bullshit. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way, getting in debt. Lee's Liquor was my best friend. Trust me. And this shit, it is difficult, because there's no one there to show us what we need to be doing. I understand that. But we have to know that there's always a better way. Look at Bill Cosby. As long as he was shitting on us, they loved him. Once he started trying to make money moves and buy they shit and look them toe to toe and look them in the eye, oh, nope, now we got to get you. This is just my theory. People don't know that Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC several times. And every time he tried to buy it, somebody ended up dead or was a scandal about him. The first time he tried to buy NBC, his son gets killed. Yeah, right. Just mysteriously, some nigga from the Ukraine just happened to want to rob him. Man, get the fuck out of here. And then the second time he wanted to buy NBC, oh, Bill Cosby has an illegitimate daughter. And now the third time, look at what happened. Now you can say it's a conspiracy theory or what, but let me tell you something. Melanated people think they have power because they have a bunch of money. No, you have a bunch of money when you can wield that money and turn it into power. And when I mean turn it into power, start buying up corporations and doing things. If you got a whole bunch of money, let's say you got 10 or 20 million dollars. Go to a city or a metropolis, come to Vegas and start trying to buy up a bunch of Chick-fil-A's out here and see what the fuck they do to you. They'll block you and, oh, no, that's not in your zone, or no, you need zoning and permits for that. Man, please. You're only going to be allowed to do certain things in this infrastructure. I don't understand why we don't know that. This is the fucking Matrix, man. It is not real, ladies and gentlemen. This is their system. That dollar that y'all kill each other for, that I used to go crazy over, that becomes an idol god. That becomes all of melanated people's god, because we just want what Caucasians have set the standard of. Oh, the Caucasian has the nice house and he lives in a nice neighborhood. I think I deserve that too. So then you want to go live in a nice neighborhood. For all us Las Vegans, you want to live in Summerlin or Anthem. You know, that's where you want to live. You know, you want to have the 4-car garage with the RV parking and all this other shit. I understand. I get it. And then you in debt. And here's the difference. White people are a suit away from being your supervisor, which means they could be on the corner panhandling and then go home, shave, shower, and put on a suit and tie, and they'll be your fucking supervisor. You can literally see them freebasing on the corner, and they can clean up and be your supervisor the next day. Remember that, y'all. That's one of my biggest issues. We so busy shitting on each other. Look, man, go shit on them white people and see what the fuck happens. No, because most niggas are too scared to stand up to Caucasians because of fear of your job, fear of them calling the police. Thank you. Niggas will kill each other all day, but I ain't seen not that nigga be like, you know what? The next time a motherfucker that's not our race, put their hands on somebody that's melanated, we gonna have a real fucking problem. No, we don't do that too, because we too busy riding on each other and shitting on each other and not being able to get along. Because our ideology are very different. You know, when you have a different belief system than somebody else, it is very hard to come together. We can't even come together to talk about common shit without a nigga being like, oh, well, he's a Christian. Well, I'm A&E. Well, you A&E, I'm Baptist. And, you know, niggas start looking at each other because everybody think their religion is the right way to heaven. Half you niggas that go to church, y'all praying to a Pau Gasol on the wall with a Just For Me perm press kit with blue eyes. But if you read in the Bible, it said his feet was burnt like burnt brass. So I don't want to hear that shit. Learn to pray to somebody that looks like you. That was somebody that they gave y'all. Trust me. That's not somebody that they put in the book for them. They put in the book for y'all, so y'all can be like, ooh, they really are Jesus. Man, we gotta wake up and understand that while you shitting on your fellow brother or sister, they just laughing at you. Let's get some economics under our belt. You want to go buy Gucci and Nike and all that? Like I tell people, go buy Nike and then go buy the Nike stock. God damn, if you don't want to buy the Nike stock, buy Under Armour stock. The stock is $19 a share. God damn. I just want us to wake up and make better moves. Don't think because you done climbed up the corporate ladder that now you can turn around and look at all the niggas behind you and be like, oh, well, you need to be like me. No, not really. How much bending of the knee did you do just to get there? Because most corporations, first of all, let me just say this. I read a book called The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. I read it like a year ago. And every black person that was working for a major corporation in the United States of America, I'm talking about on the Fortune 500, they ended up leaving those corporations and starting their own shit. Because if they dealing with all the racism, they're dealing with all the backbiting, all the hating by the fellow black people that work there, then they got to capitulate and they got to kiss white people's ass and they got to be beholden to the stock shareholders. And man, fuck all that. So remember, when you climbing up that bullshit corporate ladder, remember how much ass you got to kiss. Because you cannot climb up that ladder just being you, especially if you're a melanated brother. Oh, we're the biggest threat to them because they don't want you to start speaking your mind. Because once you start speaking your mind, you don't smile with them, you become a threat. Trust me, I just got done reading this book called White Fragility. I'll tell you again, that is a very good book because the majority of these Caucasians, they are very divisive with their wordplay and how when you break up, well, that's racist. Well, how? No, no, Tyrone, I'm not racist. My best friend's brother's black. He's half black. That type of shit. And I always want to talk to you about love and hip hop or some shit on TV. Even if we do watch love and hip hop, that don't mean then that's the only commonality that we gonna have with a motherfucker. Goddamn. Just remember this: if Bill Cosby could do that and reach the highest heights and the peak of his career and be damn near a billionaire, if he could do that, then let me tell you, that don't mean shit to nobody else when the Caucasians are in power and you reach your highest plateau, because all they got to say is, nah, nigga, you doing too much. Let me slap you down. Remember that. If they did it to Bill Cosby, then who the fuck is Kevin Hart and Cat Williams and all the rest of these niggas arguing about shit that they could have been having arguments behind closed doors? Kevin Hart, you got all this fucking money, you got all this other shit. Fuck them damn films and bullshit. Why don't you donate to Dr. Umar Johnson's school? Since you want to brag about your money, why don't you donate to Dr. Claude Anderson's movement? Dr. Claude Anderson is suing the United States government for reparations. I bet y'all niggas didn't know that shit. So when you think of these things, I want people to understand this. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know what you are about. Know that this is not a game. Stop defining your success on Caucasians or other melanated brothers. If another melanated brother has a Benz and a nice looking woman and a nice car and a nice house and and a nice looking woman and all this other stuff, what you need to do is this. You need to look within yourself and stop being mad at him. And stop blaming everybody around you and just go and handle business. And magnetize people that are moving forward so you can have your success. Success is not defined by materials, my melanated brothers and sisters. Trust me. Trust me. So you want to have all the materials in the world and be miserable inside, because that's what happens to most niggas. They miserable inside because you got all these materials and now you bored. And that's why motherfuckers be on drugs or alcoholics and don't really have shit going on. They got all this money, but in their mind, they're trapped and they're lost by their own thoughts. So don't define your success by materials and money. Define your success by knowing who the fuck you are. and count how many times you gotta smile with a Caucasian because you ain't got no choice. You know who you are when you ain't got to smile with them. Because let me tell you something. When you know that you are that nigga and you take your props, you ain't gonna never smile with a motherfucker again. And it ain't your job to be explaining to everybody why you ain't smiling with them. Your job is to go there, do the job. Don't come in late. Don't leave early, and do your job and stay black and go the fuck home. That is not your responsibility to go in there and tell all your damn business and be bending your knee and capitulating and acquiescing for these Caucasians. Don't get around white people and talk about, oh, I don't understand, all lives matter and black people need to just not, be like that and get along. Stop cooning in front of these white people. Fuck that. Ain't no butter biscuit eating Sambo, Steven from Django, tell him about the gun line, boss nigga over here. I ain't with that shit. And if you one of those niggas, then you need to listen to this podcast and re-listen to it again. So remember, like I said, if they'll do that shit to Bill Cosby, they'll do that shit to any one of you niggas. Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart. I don't give a fuck how much money these niggas got. You can have all the money in the world. Go try to buy NBC or ABC. Go try to buy Viacom and see how they treat you then. Then you gonna realize you a real nigga. They ain't even want Michael Jordan buy that goddamn basketball team with his motherfucking punk ass. Bald head motherfucker. Trust me. There's only so far you can go. Remember who's in charge of these institutions. Oh, that's right. Because racism is an institution. And I'm going to drop y'all with this. Remember, y'all, racism is an institution. Race of people that control the distribution of all the resources to oppress and control another group or race of people. Remember that. Black people cannot be racist. We have no resources, no banks, no money, no cakes, no cars, no pies, no none of that shit. Remember that. So when a motherfucking white person trying to tell you or anybody trying, oh, well, that's racist, say, no, that is not racist. That's maybe a racial slur or it might be prejudicial of me to say that, but it's not racist because black people cannot be racist. Remember that. And if not, send them to this page and let them listen to this motherfucking podcast. Because remember, you think it's just Bill Cosby doing that type of shit? Man, there's all kinds of Caucasians doing that, but they're not going to get caught. And matter of fact, even if they get caught, look at Harvey Weinstein. He got caught and all they did was just fire him from his own company. He'll be back working again because he's Caucasian. Remember that. Y'all have to understand, we have to stick together. We have to have an economical base for us. So while every nigga want to floss on each other, why don't y'all go floss on, since Kevin Hart and all these niggas got all this money, go floss on Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. No, you're not going to go floss on them. Because that little 40, 50 million, $100 million you got, that's a drop in a bucket for Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett or Bill Gates. Remember that. We have to work together. Know who you are. If you don't know who you are fucked in this United States of America. I thought I'll just come to y'all with a little bit of knowledge because this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. Share, subscribe this page. I appreciate everybody again listening. Shout out to all my peoples, that's listening. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love, live life. Don't frown on your nigga. Smile with your nigga. Don't smile with them Caucasians though. And if you out there getting bootleg gas or taking your woman's car and going to see another bitch and not going to the store to get some milk, you already know what my saying is, y'all. Because plenty of niggas do it. Guilty, nigga. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all listening. Love and live life. This is Warren G. Been sucker free and clown free since 2003. I'm out, y'all. Peace.